Hey guys, it's Genvana and I'm here and I'll be reviewing the Touch 5 markers. These are really good markers. Also, I highly recommend these. They also go work great with the Genvana calligraphy brush tip pens. Today I'm going to color this picture to show you how these markers work. First, I'm going to start off with a skin tone. Found it. Salmon, this is salmon pink. There are three different types of sets. Actually. There's the animation set, the fashion set, and the architecture set. The animation set's for anime, fashion set's for like clothing, and the architecture is for drawing backgrounds. And I bought the animation set which had a whole bunch of skin tones. Can't really see it that well, so I'm gonna have to zoom in a bit. I don't think you can see it that well. Oh, sorry for the background noise. Also have to fix the lighting a bit. As you can see, these are really great with the brush tip pens. Just don't use these with water-based markers. Well, water-based markers, sorry. Don't use these markers with regular pens. Like cheap pens, for instance. Like if you use a regular ballpoint pen with these markers, it will bleed. So they work great with these brush tip pens. But if you use this pen with Crayola markers, they tend to bleed. Also, one of my YouTubers asked me about Touch 5 markers, and they're really good. I think Crayola and Touch 5 markers are two of my favorite markers. I highly recommend them both. Also, these markers are affordable. Not to mention you can refill them. Also, I inked the picture with these brush tip pens. Also, my wrists are feeling better. They don't hurt too much like last time. Also, I drew a flower girl using Touch 5 markers. That's when I have my realistic style. I can still draw realistic. The manga is actually fun to draw, but I like them both. As you can see, these layer pretty well. Oh, sorry for the background noise. Adding another shade of color to it. And a bit of shade to the characters. And a bit of color to the character. Can start for the background noise. As you can see, these are pretty good markers. Also, there's another brand by it. This one's the Touch 3 markers. They're made by the same people. Can't really see it. You just gotta zoom in if you could see it there. And then, made by the same brand. Can't really see that. Okay, now you can see it. The same brand logo. Touch 3 and Touch 5 are made by the same people. I'm going to fill in the rest of the colors. These layer pretty well. I might need to refill my markers. And the reason they're streaky is because I need more ink. Yep. If I have more ink, these won't be streaky, but this looks pretty good. And the broad tip is used for filling large areas. Usually I'd ink it with a regular pen and use a bit of Crayolas when I'm coloring, but for this review, I'm using just Touch 5 markers. And coloring the lips in. I haven't drawn lips for a while. I'm going to use this turquoise blue. My poor turquoise is dying on me. I think I have another one. Okay, this one's good. It's not dead yet. Soon to be dead though, but these are really good markers. I might refill them. Oh, never mind, it's not dead. It's just the way I'm holding it. And we have bright, vibrant colors for you to choose from. I got mine. I paid $48 for 80 markers. Comes with a lot of grays as well. I think it's still wet, that's why it looks like this. I'm pretty sure when it dries up it's going to look better. if you keep layering and layering, you'll get a wonderful gradients of color. And sometimes I use, oh wow, that's actually bright. Sometimes I use oranges for skin tones. Sometimes if I don't have a certain color, I just make the color by using different tones. Also, next video I'm going to show a few techniques on how to color a drawing with Crayola and super tip colorings. So to find the paper. I can't really find it right now, but this is the drawing I did with the Crayola and the super tips. Laid on a whole bunch of Crayola crayons. Then I used super tip and then blend it out. But this video isn't about that, so show that in my next video. Right now, I have to work on this one. I'm glad my hands are feeling better, so I can make this video. I might have to refill my markers. Oh, not too bad. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Just getting a couple more markers. Shocking shade of brown, though. Sorry, I have a lot of coloring utensils on my desk. Particularly not a desk, but Also, I highly recommend the Sakura Jelly Roll pen. Really good. They're good for hardline areas, such as these ones. Add some dark shading to the skin, some shades to the skin tones. I also sometimes like to add grays into my drawing. I think these markers are great. I might need to refill some of them though. Yeah, those are great if you mix them with Crayolas. And I use my highlighter to highlight the add highlights actually. Also, I'm gonna color the hair. I think I'm gonna use a pink for the hair. I say the best thing to use to color would be Crayola Super Tits, but I actually do love the colors that they give you with Touch 5 markers. They're really nice and pretty. And they're really good quality for the price that they give you. And I use the flicking technique when I'm coloring. I mean, this flicking technique works better with Crayola Super Tips. As you can see here, I'm going to show you the technique I use for flicking. This, and then Crayolas, Crayola Super Tip, how they look when they flick. But Crayolas have thinner lines. This marker has thicker lines. Well, they probably look the same, but they're both good when it comes to coloring. Like I'll show you here. These blend really well together to make a darker shade of purple. But I highly recommend not using, well, technically if you're using Genvana brush tip pen, use it for alcohol-based markers, not water-based, because it's going to bleed through. Well, not bleed, but smudge the art. Alcohol-based markers it works fine with. With water-based it doesn't work. I think I use regular pens that color with Crayolas. Most of the time I just ink with Crayolas. And I'm slowly running out of time. It's good if they have the broad tip pen, or this wouldn't be possible. Also use it to color in the deep areas. Like this. And you can color it with the broad tip. Or you can add the flicking technique. But the broad tip is a little bit helpful because it covers up a huge amounts of area. Mostly colors it up, but my markers are dying. And if you had a full ink of markers, it probably wouldn't do this. If your markers are dying, well, let's refill them. Usually super tips last longer, but they do tear through papers. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to color with Crayola super tips. I'm going to add a bit of highlights. I think when I get refilling my markers, I'll show a better review. But these markers are really great. They have so much to offer. It's like the price, but the price is great. I mean, Copics are expensive, but it's such thing as mixing markers. Like some people mix Copics with Crayolas, and some people mix Touch 5 markers with Crayolas. Like this, I'm mixing the Touch 5 with Crayolas. And they do blend really well. Because when you add the alcohol base, it actually blends really well and doesn't really bleed through. Acrylics do, they don't bleed that much. But these are great markers as well as Crayolas. They recommend them both. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, I recommend buying Touch 5 or Touch 3 markers. They're actually worth the buy and they're really good. Not to mention they're affordable and nice. Hope you like this video. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I see you in my next video. I'll be showing you how to draw curls and how to color a picture with crayons without actually having to ink it. Thanks for watching. Bye!